So, same woods, same morning. About 10 minutes later, we have the creek that runs across the road I was traveling, an old hauling road kept open mostly by animal activity. It's a deer trail, coyote trail. See their tracks regularly, and very little of ours because we don't leave much of a mark. And of course, ATVs, they're out here pretty much every weekend, although possibly because of the number of trees that blew down in the last storm across the road that are still there, it looks like they've lost interest. So anyway, here we are. So let's talk about this wonderful running water. Camera around, we can look at it. It's a little cloudy, but you can see the rocks through it. It's running, in some cases pretty fast. So can I drink it? Well, if it was a question of staying alive for the next couple hours until rescue comes, it's better than dying, because while theoretically you can go 3 days without water, once you get into that second day, you're going to be pretty non-functional. In any case, so yeah. But if we strain out any particulates, we boil it appropriately or decontaminate it using any number of technological or chemical methods, we can drink this. Further upstream, there is a swamp. No great amount of human habitation around it or agricultural activity that might leach toxins or E. coli or anything in it, although don't forget that question, do bears shit in the woods, is a valid one. This is not generally very heavily populated bear habitat. They're all hibernating right now anyway, but we have deer, we have raccoons, we have skunks, we have Canada lynx, we have bobcats, coyotes, and all that good stuff. And the occasional passerby, although I tend to not be here long enough for that to be an issue for me. At least not today. In any case, that's the common question about water. I am carrying enough water that I can keep myself hydrated while I'm out here if I feel the need. This time of year, though, that's another issue. So in the summertime, we're sweating. We know we're losing water. If you're breathing heavy because you're exerting yourself, you're losing water through vapor in your breath. This time of year, you can actually see the vapor in your breath. So what happens, though, this time of year? You don't really feel thirsty in the same way. And now, as a Boy Scout leader, we would take kids out for weekend hikes in the wintertime, weekend camping trips that would last 2 or 3 days. We always designated a tree, a special spot where everyone would urinate. And in those days, we had a lot more snow most of the time. We still had open winters like this, but if there was snow, we would observe the coloration of the urine. If it started getting darker, people weren't hydrating enough, so we would dictate a certain amount of drinking at certain points. The issue is that if you're getting cold in the extremities, fingers get cold, feet get cold, head gets cold, your body has to keep your brain warm, and it has to keep your organs warm. And they're in the core of your body. So it will withdraw blood flow, restrict it to the extremities, to your feet and to your hands. Hence the saying, if your feet are cold, put on a hat. The point is that when that fluid level in the core of the body increases, to keep it warm, so it's always a warm blood supply to send to the brain, your body detects that and says, well, this guy's got a lot of fluid sloshing around in there, I should send him to pee, and off to the pee tree he goes. But he didn't do that because of water intake. The water was already in there. So you can unknowingly become dangerously dehydrated. So it's just something to be aware of. It isn't something a knowledgeable woodsman's going to fall afoul of, because he knows he has to drink. If he's going to eat, he drinks something with it. These kinds of things are necessary. And that's all for the moment.